with Divine Beauty Bar, and I just want to thank you for coming to this webinar right now. I have so much value, so much things to pour into you guys. I have energy, so working with me, I want to see your energy too, or I'm going to pull it out of you. Let's go, okay? It is 2024, and it is time to move with intention. It's time to execute, and it's time to take this thing to the next level. New ideas, new everything. Let's get it, okay? So I'm Desiree, okay? I'm Desiree, investing with Des, owner of Divine Beauty Bar, the home of wigs for veterans. And again, you are in the right place at the right time. I am a cranial prosthesis provider. Most people know that term as a medical wig provider. And I want you to do the exact same thing. Last year, on cranial prostheses alone, my business was able to make $127,000. This is proven track record for my business and for my students as well. Now, how many clients would you have to work with in order to make six figures? You only need 34 clients to make six figures in your business by becoming a medical wig provider. How, Desiree? Desiree is going to give you top 3 reasons why you should be a medical wig provider and how you can make six figures into your business, okay? So with that being said, if you know your numbers, you can grow your numbers. This is the type of stuff I'm going to be sharing with you as I become your mentor and as you take this class. If you know your numbers, you can grow your numbers. Well, what are the medical wig provider numbers? So here's number 1, right? You only need 34 people to make six figures into your business. Why is that important? Because as the average stylist, most people have way more than 34 clients, but they're not at six figures. I've been able to do this while also being a full-time director at a 176-bed psychiatric hospital in the admissions department. The admissions department is a 24-hour department. I get calls at 3 in the morning, 3 p.m. I'm always on call in my job. And I still was able to bring in six figures. So some people say, well, why do you work, Desiree? And I don't want to take up so much of your time with this. Well, why do you work? Because I can, and I'm able-bodied, and I'm young. So I'm doing things now with my job, with my business, bringing over $250,000 a year because I can. Because I can. If I want to take a vacation, I still do. If I want to do things or do activities with my son, I still do. But I also put in the work. I put in the work to make content. I put in the work to, once I get off of work, once I put my baby in bed, to do Zoom meetings with y'all, to do calls with y'all, I still put in the work. Because I'm able-bodied and I can. And I'm grateful to be in this position. Now, these next 2 years are going to be personal because we have to push from $250,000 to $1 million. So with that, in 2 years, I do have my exit plan to no longer work anymore. But my exit plan is going to be your exit plan as well. Become a medical wig provider. 34 people to bring in $100,000 because the price for medical wigs are here. Okay, $3,000. Yes, my students are making $3,000 per one medical wig. And I can go ahead and show you guys what are some examples of a medical wig. So as you can see here, we have our non-slip material, our polyurethane material added into this wig. Then everything does not have to be lace. You can use silk, you can use monofilament. There are so many things that you can use to combat your client's hair loss needs. So that's something else that we will talk about. We have a cranial prosthesis class, and then we have our insurance class. In the cranial prosthesis class, you're going to be learning the type of hair loss, what type of construction and material needed to go into that person's wig. So price point, we're going to turn our passion into profits. Yes, we are in this business to help people, but we also in this business to make sure that we are able to break generational curses, generate income for our families, and put things in the right place for our business and our family so that this can be passed on and continue to grow that wealth within the family. So we're helping our family, but we're also helping someone else's family, their loved one, stop being depressed, stop having anxiety. All of these things that they are feeling when they don't have any hair on their head, but they still have to take their child to school. They don't have any hair on their head, but they still have to be intimate with their husbands. They don't have any hair on their head, but they still have to go to work. They still have to show up every day, not feeling like the best version of themselves. If you're not feeling like the best version of yourself, you can't give the energy that I'm giving right now. You know what I mean? So we want to help them be the best version of themselves so they can go out and be great and conquer the world. So that's number one. If you know your numbers, you can grow your numbers. If you can turn your passion into profit, all while helping somebody else. Number two, I have a question. I have a question for y'all. If you could literally give out a product that doesn't cost your client any money, how much farther would your business go? Your business will literally skyrocket. Some of you are full-time. You're not working. You don't have a child. Some of you are full-time hairstylists. How much farther would your business? I did $127,000 just on the wigs, right? Just on the cranial prostheses. You that may have a little bit more time, how much farther would your business go if this is all you did all day long? Promote your business. The funny thing about this business will literally promote itself because of my number three reason, the type of people that we're working with. We'll get to that part. I don't want to give it to you too soon. But how further would your business go if your client did not have to pay anything? Do y'all see why I'm smiling? Do you see why I'm smiling? If your client didn't have to pay anything, literally, where would your business go? What is America's biggest problem? Money. You can't offer them the length that you really want to give them, the color that you really want to give them, the type of wig that you really want to give them. Why? Because not everybody can afford it. So now you're entering into a niche market. Only 8% of Americans in this whole wide world are cranial prostheses specialists that have the type of medical wigs that's going to have access to the vendors that you're going to have coming into this course. Only 8%. Now, how many people in America, in the world, how many people in America, it's just not the world, guys, so don't get me on that. But what I'm saying is, how many people in the United States have hair loss? 6 million. There is enough out here for everybody. As cliche as that may sound, there's enough out here for everybody. You can go to usaspending.com and see how much the government is spending on different things. The government is just a customer, guys. The government is just a customer. They need wigs too. They need envelopes too. They need professional photographers too. They need people who can make clothes. They are customers and they buy from us. They buy from small business. Matter of fact, there are acquisitions out there saying that they must work with a small business owner. They must work with a minority business. They must work with a woman-owned business. Some of my veterans who are taking this class, they must work with a service disabled owned veteran business. There is accusations out there. There's government contracts out there that are specific to the small business. So you are in the right place at the right time. I'm telling you, okay? So, number two, what we were talking about. Number two, you're able to do this and incorporate this in your business. I just can't say it anymore. Now, number three. Number three, stop getting frustrated with the general public and start working with this niche market that I was telling you about in step number two. Start working with this niche market, okay? Your client does not have to pay anything out of pocket if they are a veteran. Okay, so that's number one. We're going to be working directly with the VA hospital. So what I'm showing you is how to go to the VA hospital, what to say, what paperwork to complete before you get there. We're going to most likely have a call, a Zoom meeting, because I have Zoom meetings scheduled throughout the course where you and I are going to speak with each other before you go down there. Your first impression is everything. So my students are going to go down there professionally dressed, from their hair to their clothes to the paperwork that they're giving to them. Everything is going to be strategic and executed. One thing I love about this business is once you do all your paperwork the first time, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're good to go. So you put in the work this one time and you're good to go. Some of my people may say, well, I'm new to the industry. I don't have the clientele. One thing I love is that the VA, once you're in their system and they have somebody looking for a cranial prosthesis, you'll get a call from the VA, or you'll randomly get a call from a veteran. Hey, I received your information from the VA. So now, sorry, someone was calling. So now you have a whole organization that's also helping you get the veterans. Veterans is just one population. Now, let's go. Some of my students are coming from California, Florida, Texas. These are the most populated states with veterans. Now, let's go on to our next population. People who have insurance. People who have Aetna, United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, TRICARE, Champ VA, all of those community health choice. I literally just gave you 6 insurance companies that pays for a cranial prosthesis. And when you are in the class, you're going to receive a list of over 16 insurance companies that, guess what? That accepts, that provide wigs for their insurance clients. I also talk about people who may not be from Texas. Maybe Casa Permanente. Maybe your city or state is known for another insurance company. We work with you guys. We work with you guys to make sure that you have the proper documentation, the proper words that are coming out of your mouth to speak with these insurance companies. And if you can't do it yourself, we have a service that do that for you as well. So, with that being said, again, I can't say it either further. You have come to the right place. Number one, you can literally make 6 figures helping someone else, bringing them up, helping them be confident and show up in the world. You can help them by doing that because you know your numbers. If you're charging $3,000 for a medical wig, and guys, these are not cheap wigs, okay? So, you're charging $3,000 for a true cranial prosthesis. Not anything that you got off of Amazon, nothing that you got from China. You're going to have the vendors to where to get real cranial prostheses, real polyurethane material, monofilament. I'm dropping so many gems right now. I'm basically giving away so much. So you're going to have the access and the tools that you need to provide a true luxury unit to receive that $3,000, okay? And you only need 34 clients. That's your goal, 34 clients. Next, number 2, your client does not have to pay out of pocket. What does she have to lose? Your client does not have to pay anything out of pocket. And this is also going to be your message when you're working with veterans or when you're doing your advertisement for your insurance clients. Okay? So that's number 2. Now, number 3, what we just talked about. Make the government and the insurance companies your number 1 customer. Make the insurance companies and the government your number 1 customer. Stop getting frustrated with the general population. Stop getting on Instagram. Stop crying at night. I was there. Stop crying at night because no one supports you. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. Go where the need is. The need is in the hair loss community. Let me tell Last thing, the loyalty. My clients have been working with me since 2018 when I crossed over from being your everyday hairstylist, doing everything for everybody, and became specific in my niche and decided to work with a special community that need me and I needed them. Okay, so the hair loss community is definitely where it's at. There's not a lot of people that do what we do. Again, only 8%. So therefore, their loyalty, I can count on this $127,000 from these wigs year after year. And I've been doing it since 2018. Year after year. And the reason why I bring that up, because a number one question that I see, not really with my students know that I'm the truth, but when I'm looking at other educators, not necessarily for wigs, it can be anything. I saw someone selling clothes the other day, and people was under her comments because she made it to the shade room. Well, no, they just making money off of courses. She didn't become a millionaire. She didn't make 6 figures. She didn't make 7 figures off of her clothes. She made it by teaching y'all courses. Don't take them courses. That's not true. And that's why I'm going to talk about these results. And that's why I made it clear to be intentional. Only use one processing system this year so that when I release this course, I can show y'all 127,000 was made from cranial prostheses. I can show you when it says how many customers you had. It was only about 30 customers, 34, 35, give or take. So that I can show y'all that this is serious. This is serious what we're doing. We're changing lives. We're helping people. And I'm so happy that you are here today to help more people. We need more. I shouldn't have to fly all the way to Cincinnati just to help someone with hair loss. I should not have to fly all the way to Florida, Loma Linda, California. Where do I have to go next week? Orlando, Florida. Dallas. I'm in Houston. Dallas. Austin. New York. South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia. The VA is calling me because they can't find you. Because you're not doing this. Let's get out of the rat race. Let's get out of the rat race. Let's stop having clients talk to us any kind of way, show up late, don't want to pay the whole fee, want a discount for everything. I don't have to give the government a discount. I'm not giving United Healthcare a discount. I'm not running any sales for them. Now, there's things I'm going to show you in my business that I do. There's complimentary things that I do give my clients that you can give them as well to add more and more value to your service because you have a heart and because you want to do it. Not because somebody threatened us on the phone. Oh, I ain't coming here no more. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. No, I'm so tired. I'm not tired. It's just heartbreaking to get on Instagram and see another stylist, another good stylist, get on Instagram and say, y'all, after January 30th or before we go into the new year, I'm closing down my hair business. I'm no longer doing hair. I just cannot keep getting talked to like this. The customers keep treating me like this. That's very heartbreaking. I just want to reach out to them and say, before you give up on this calling that God has given you on your life, come take this course. It's life-changing, y'all. It's life-changing. I love you. I can't wait for you to be my student. I can't wait to show you these techniques. I can't wait to take your business to another level. And I can't wait for you to reach out to me and tell me that your client literally cried in your chair. She's dropping a review for you. She's just so happy that she found you and that you were able to help her. So I'm excited. You get access, you get 48-hour access to the course. You get to get that sneak peek of what you're going to get. And then after that, it's a no-brainer, y'all. This is where it's at. Thank you and have an amazing day. And I will see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.